Good morning, ladies and gents. So, I've been having a good think about this roof situation. So, basically, my roof is a little bit knackered. You can see it's pretty dented. Here's I've got a massive dent. It may well pop out. I may be able to hammer that out, knock it straight. I was reading up on a couple of forums. So, basically, I was going to go the whole fiberglass roof like Reese. But in actual fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-weld all these cut lines up, grind this back again, re-weld these up, literally hammer this all flat again, get rid of the rust, put a couple of tack welds in there to pinch that back together, same as on the front. So re-weld all of these, pinch these back together again because they are very, very, very rusty. Needs hammering back into place, tack welding. And I think I'm just going to weld a panel in here, just smooth it off. So I reckon I'm going to be able to get most of this stuff out anyway. Yeah, once I take the sunroof out, I'm going to take the sunroof out, clean it up, see where the dents are. I've read up on a couple of forums and people were saying, like, if you take the roof off, obviously that's most of your structural rigidity gone. It's a bit different. I know they're both going to be caged, so it wouldn't really make much difference, but it's another couple of £100. Plus, I want the practice of welding again, try and weld that up. It's already got a roof on it in place to, you know, it's a perfectly good roof. It just needs a bit of skim over it, a bit of filler. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that. That's going to be my job for today. Drop all this inner sunroof out. So get rid of all this, because this weighs a ton, all this mechanism in here, and I don't need it. And I'll just cut. If I can get this out, including the rubbers, I think the rubbers are part of this. So I can just literally draw around this, cut a plate, and weld that straight in. That's the plan anyway. And then, yeah, re-weld this back up. Clean it all out. These are going to be the worst bits, is getting this stuff all back to neat again. But once the screen goes in, you're not going to see it anyway. But, yeah, I think that's the plan anyway. So I shall crack on and show you how I get on. Get the old flappy disc out and start grinding this off. Yeah, so I mean, as you can see, all that was surface rust, so I'll get that all cleaned up properly. Get a weld along there, see what it does. I might run a grinder through it again just to make sure I've got that 1mm gap. And yeah. I'll just hammer all that stuff back, I think. Right, I've just hammered and dollied all that straight there, so all of that underneath now is now straight. Same as the back. So it looks a bit messy, but I'll get all the rust out, paint some crust on it, drill out some new spot welds. All of that's going to be hidden anyway, but I'll weld up some of the holes. Yeah, and then I'll just do this. So this side I've just chucked a bit of primer so it doesn't rust, but that's all been welded back. They're not pinholes going through, that's just where I've grinded it back a bit roughly. But yeah, that's all welded up. This one's welded up, just got to get rid of that little nubbin at the end there. It was blowing a hole through into the roof, so just had to weld on a weld. But yeah, it should be nice and strong. So looking at the roof, like I say, it's only this back section, which is really dented, and that middle bit. But once all that's out of the way, I should be able to straighten it up pretty easy. Then it's just welding a roof panel in, which I'm not looking forward to. Well, I say I'm not looking forward to, I'm looking forward to, because I love welding, but I'm just rubbish at it, so, yeah. Should be alright, should be fine. Skim a filler over the roof, you'll never know the difference. Right, sweet, let's crack on. Right, so I've just ground them up, so they're nice and clean, ready to weld, same as the back one here. I had to run a 1mm grinding disc through this one again, just because there was a bit of crap inside these. But yeah, you know, should weld up quite nicely, that really. There's actually quite a few dents in this. Now I look over it, but I should be able to get it looking half decent. I really love the fiberglass roofs. The only bit that I'm unsure on is the lip edges like that. So you've still got quite a large area of fiberglass, which is just like obviously riveted straight through. So you could obviously, so excuse my dodgy camera skills, you could obviously smooth up that way with filler and stuff, but I think I'm just gonna do it like this. So yeah, keep the roof lines nice and straight, hopefully keep some sort of support in there as well. Okay, so that's the roof welded back on. So yeah, looking good, nice and strong. Started welding up a couple of the holes, one there, one there, one there. So yeah, I'm gonna grind all these back, weld all these holes up. It's gonna take a while, but at least it'll be strong again. And then I've got to do, then I've got to do the back. Oh man, so many holes. But it's on, it's strong. Right. I won't record loads because obviously it's only me welding and grinding, so it's not very interesting. But once it's finished, I'll give you a quick clip in about 3 days' time, more than likely. But yeah, do you know what? I'm so excited for this project. I so am. I know it sounds crazy. People think, well, you've got a Mark II over there, JZX. Like, I love it. It does exactly what it's meant to do, the JZX. It's brilliant. But there's something about an old BMW. I just can't get it out my blood. I'm like, since having that first compact and that first touring that I used to skid back at Team S1, I just can't get them out my system. I love old BMs. I just think they're brilliant. They drive brilliant. Parts are easy to find. They're just cool looking. So yeah, I'm 40 years old, nearly 40 years old. I should got this drifting malarkey out my system, but I haven't. I love it. I just can't get enough of it. So yeah, I'm super pumped to get this project done and get out on track again. So yeah, hopefully, we're now December, so I'm thinking my 40th birthday's in May, and we're going to do another Driftland day. So there's about 16, 17 of us that normally go up there. Yeah, so it'll be an invite-only event, as per the last one. But yeah, I'm super excited to get all the lads together, go for a skid again, and hopefully it'll be in this and not the JZX, because I really want to use e30. So yeah, still got lots to do though. Mad to think it could be 6 months of this could be done, but yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed. Right, that's all the holes welded. It wasn't easy, I'm not going to lie. It was a bit of a pain, but they're all welded. They're not pretty, but I'll grind them down and they should look alright after. Right, well, I'm super pleased with how that's come out. A few little holes to weld up still. Got one here, which I didn't go quite deep enough penetrated, but all the others seem to have gone really well. So yeah, well happy with that. Oh, covered in grinding dust though. So, but yeah, just that, and now the back ones do. God, it does take some time though. I might have to do from the inside, because obviously they're still looking pretty manky in there. A lot of that is burning, obviously, where it's penetrated through, but I'll get the grinder on the inside, clean up all that metal, make sure none of that's rusty. Yeah, near enough there. Right, that's all the back cleaned out. Just going to start welding these now. It's actually, do you know what? I'm actually really enjoying welding. I love it. A load of people say it's a ball ache and hate it, but I actually really like it. Right, all clean, ready to go. Well, the back was looking really messy compared to the front, so I'm going to quickly whip this boot off, because I can't really lean over to get to it, so I'm going to whip the boot off, because I've cut a hole in the floor. The spare wheel well, I'll probably just stand in the boot and do it. I think it'll be easier. There we go. That's much better. So at least I can get to it all nice and easy now. So do you know what? I absolutely love doing this welding. The only thing I can liken it to, for anyone who hasn't welded like me before, I love getting things like super neat. That's the thing with me. I love drawing, I love painting, I love stuff like that. And it's just like getting the welder, so excuse me, I'm trying to get my falling hair out, it's a bloody nightmare. And the welder, to me, especially the holes, like doing these joins along here, which were cut lines, was relatively easy. The holes were a lot more challenging, because you've got the hole. I don't know if I've even done this right, but I've done like a tack weld. I've got a decent tack weld, and then it was like welding layers on top of welds, so like it's filling up the hole, and it was amazing. It was like drawing with metal in the dark. That's the only that's the only way I could liken it to. So when you've got the mask on, you can see the metal actually melting. It was amazing. It was brilliant. I could do that for a job. I absolutely love it. So yeah, no, it's looking good actually. So front's all done, all ground down. No holes in there now. The rear still needs grinding down, because they're only like blasted in, but yeah, they all need grinding off. So, but anyway, the roof's one again. So the next thing is take this panel out, get all the inner drop down, and then I'm going to weld a panel in there. I think that might be where it gets a bit hard, because this is super thin. So yeah, that could end up being a disaster, but hey ho. Right, anyway, that's me done for today. I am grubby and there's lots of metal dust everywhere, so I need to have a bath. Right, laters.